It's 6 a.m. and we're working again. All day, every day. Not all day, every day, but today we are going to shoot for $250. And, well, ride along with me today. See how quick. Oh my gosh. Let's see how fast we can do this. Um, Beautiful sunrise this morning. Check this out. There we go. Check it out. Oh, yeah. 6 a.m. We love these sunrises on the way to work. That's actually kind of crazy. Check it, check it, check it. We're waiting for a couple of people to hop in the live here really quick, and we can get our stream. An order kick. Just looking at that nice sunrise, looking pretty good. Yeah, so this is what we're working with on Walmart Spark. $29 for 13 miles. It's not super ideal if you take a look at it. It is going a little bit far up, and obviously there's going to be quite a commute back. But look, guys, the name of the game today is speed. So as fast as we can do it, as fast as we can do orders to get back to the store to be able to do the next round robin, ideally, we're just going to really not focus so much on mileage today and focus on, typically I feel like the time estimate here, 49 minutes, is fairly accurate. It's not always perfect, but you know what? Whatever. So now, obviously, that's without commute time, so we need to take that into account throughout the day, and we will. But um, yeah, we're gonna make sure that we're taking things that are not going to take us over an hour, so that we can get back to the round robin drops at the store every hour instead of every, well, you know, 2 hours and waiting around and wasting time. So, hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. I hope you saw that sunrise. It's already fading in color. It was kind of crazy. Yeah, check out those clouds. Kind of sick. But anyway, yeah, we're on our way to make $250 today. Like I said yesterday, we worked our way, we worked our weekly goal down, and now we only need to make $244 today. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's not going to be a super long slog of trying to hit 300, which we haven't done in a hot minute here. So only 244. However, we do have a little bit of a hiccup because I messed up. I did not. I wasn't thinking or something at work yesterday at the W2, and I gave dude the wrong script. So I have to completely reshoot the video news, and it's gonna be all right in the end. But I've got him coming in today at 10:30, so I got to go in at about 10 to set up, and then we'll just knock that out as fast as we can. Again, name of the game today is Speed. Call me Lightning McQueen. Hello, hello, Simon Watts and Ava Corbett. Welcome to the live. We go live here every morning, almost every morning, at about 6 a.m. doing these Walmart orders. So then we go into work and do all this stuff. What are we doing? We are doing Walmart Spark gig work. I feel like the thumbnail is kind of pointless with live streams because whoever actually looks at the thumbnail. But anyways, in the thumbnail I was showing this. These are all my gig apps. So the main one we're doing there is that middle one, that blue Walmart Spark one. So we're going to be doing some shopping, mostly shopping. Sometimes we do curbside orders, but yeah, we're going to be in the store grabbing people's stuff and delivering it. Pretty simple. But yeah, so how was y'all's morning? Right now, I'm pretty energetic, but I know I'm going to crash here pretty soon. So we're probably going to grab an energy drink on the way in or during our shopping. So we are attempting to hit our weekly goal by today. Usually I'm working on Saturdays and Sundays, but recently we're trying to balance, you know, get a nice work-life balance going. So I'm like, you know, even if I could work another day, um, might be nice just to actually relax for once. I mean, I don't know really what that's like these days, but in this economy, relax. What do you mean? So, but I think with everything going on this weekend, got a bunch of stuff that I'm not really going to be able to work anyway. So instead of trying to squeeze in like an hour or two here, I'm just gonna relax, sleep in a little bit, hang out with the family. We've got a tournament to go to tomorrow, on top of meeting up with some friends for breakfast and a bunch of other stuff, playing at church this Sunday on the drums. So, yeah, I play the drums, by the way. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that on my lives, but yes, I do. So, that's pretty much just today's looking like. I do have a catering order lined up for this afternoon. I believe the pickup is about 1:45. It's a smaller order, $30, but I'm just trying to take whatever I can get on that app because, um, well, I mean, $30 is already pretty decent for whatever the mileage is, anyways. But the more I can take on the app, the faster I get to the 100. I think this is going to be order number 85, so I only need like 15 more. And once I hit 100, I unlock the next like level of the app, right? And theoretically, I'll get more offers more consistently and potentially even better offers. So, but it's not like it's preventing me from getting good offers. I've gotten a $200 order. I can't actually remember if it was on that app or if it was my other catering app. That's pretty much dead now. But um, one of my biggest catering orders was $212 payout. I think it was well over $1,000 of food, but it was super easy. Like, it was a bunch of little bundt cakes from Nothing Bundt Cake, but didn't have to worry about it because they split it between like 3 freaking drivers, and the payout was still that big. So uh, it was a lot of stuff, and they tipped big. So it was enough for it to basically be a $200 tip for me, and 2 or 3 other drivers. So those are the kind of orders we like to see, and hopefully that we're going to get a little bit more consistently. But not until we hit that 100 delivery mark. So, anyways, we are here. It is 6:08. Usually, I like being here right at 6 when the store opens, so we can start our shop immediately, and not waste some time. But I'm kind of been slacking off a little bit this in the mornings, just trying to get ready. Love the colors, looking very nice out today. But anyway, yeah. Again, another reason why I took this, because like the mileage isn't the best. Oh, it wants me to do a verification. Great. But anyway, is because it's not that many items, so I think I can shop this quick. And again, if I can get back by the next round robin time, which I don't think that's going to happen at this point, but the more time we can save, the better. Sorry, I just take my mug shot here. ID verification every freaking time. I'm not a fan of this cart. It's fine though. We'll take it. See, even like the bad carts here are still fine, but the bad carts at the other Walmart suck so bad, dude. All right, so this is what we're looking for. We got two deliveries here. A bunch of weird stuff. So we'll see where it takes us. F5. I guess we need to turn around. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. There we go. F5. Oh, and actually the map finally started working again in this store. So it's going to be in the seasonal section. Very convenient. I feel like this thing is not working less than half the time, you know? But right now, it'll speed us up a little bit. So we'll take it. F5 right here. And then we just follow the sections all the way down. And here we are, somewhere in here. These modulars are a little messed up. I think this is it. Scan. Boom. Okay. I didn't look at this closely enough to decide how I should separate things. So we're just going to take a look here. Licorice and stuff, that's an A, B, B. Okay. Okay, I think we will put B up here. And yeah, we'll keep A down here. So that works out. I-25, okay. Don't usually come over to this part of the store. Should be pretty easy to find. All right. Like I said, I'm like, I'm not quite sprinting, but I'm like speed walking. Like in Megamind. Formal speed walk, except I'm not dressed up either, so I don't know. All right, 25, so right here. Modular 9. So this. All right, and we need 2 of those. Oh, I already forgot. A goes in the bottom. Okay, here we go. See, my area Instacart Pay pays $10 to $15 grocery order hour shopping and 15 to 20 minute bring to customer. What's it like in your area? Well, I wish I had Instacart. And here's the big difference about Instacart and Walmart is that, as far as I know, because I don't have Instacart, so I'm not an expert in this by any means. So, you know, take whatever I say with a grain of salt here. But from what I understand, you have to like scan and check out all of the items on Instacart and pay for it. Like you have an Instacart card or whatever. So it's essentially a like a DoorDash red card order, and that can take like so much extra time on the shopping end because you're just, you know, first of all you have to wait for the checkout, where here you don't. Or that's not true because I guess you have to bag up still, but they have dedicated Spark checkout lanes, so it does go quicker. And then yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's always problems with the pay card and stuff like that. Um, so I feel like typically, oh, hold up, this is confusing. Where are we? After I just said, oh, I went the wrong way. After I just said this map was going to help me out, I just interpreted it wrong. So, but yeah, I mean, typically, I would say typically, but recently, because of the update here on Spark, they kind of obliterated how long most orders are taking, because you're typically doing more items, further delivery, and for more people. So, like, not even a month ago, you would be able to get away with a 2 shop for 30, $35. And now uh, pretty much every shop is like a 3-stop delivery. Well, that's not it. I think this is what I'm looking for. Yes, we need 3 of these. So I don't know. It's just in a precarious spot right now since the update, because they added GMD orders on curbside to grocery pickups, and they, in my market, they really increased the radius of pretty much all deliveries. Like, I've seen the furthest things ever recently. So I mean, I'm sure I'll be able to show you all some of those in my live here. What am I looking at? A double pack. Okay. And you know what? All of that doesn't really matter. Like, I'm willing to do a little bit extra work as long as it like makes sense, but they typically are stacking things together that don't. And so like typically I'd be able to do an order and then uh, get it done, deliver it, and then be close enough to the store within the hour that I'd hit the next round robin. But now the majority of the time, that's not happening. And maybe that's a skill issue. And if you made that argument, I'd be like, you know what, fair enough. But I've also been doing this for almost, 4.5 years. And I don't know, I feel like my shopping time has been slower than ever with the app updates and the mapping just constantly taking you to, it typically what it does is it'll start you over here and it'll take you all the way around here to look at all of the featured displays, right? And then once the featured displays are out of the way, which are annoying because you don't know exactly where they are, then they'll take you over here to the like shampoo stuff and pharmacy. And then they'll take you back and they'll start you on some grocery and they'll take you up and down and then they'll take you back here, which is where like the household items are, toilet paper, etc. And then they'll take you back here to do the cold produce, and then they'll take you back here to do the dairy, which is also cold, and then back, and then you'll finally check out. And I swear, if I didn't have to zigzag so much, I would save a good 10, 15 minutes on each of these shops. And it's obviously only compounded by, how many deliveries there are and how many items there are. So that's my frustration right now. But he said Uber Eats does Walmart in my area, but it's so frustrating. They make you wait and then they come out and say they are backed up. I avoid. Yes, no. I mean, I don't trust Uber Eats at all. Hold up. By the way, I'm like standing around here because I'm confused. So, oh, that makes sense. I was looking at the aisle. I'm like, I'm in A22. Nope, I'm in L22. I didn't realize. But like I said, we're going across the store again. So before we do that, I'm going to check the item list and see if there's anything here that is nearby. Okay. Well, since there's only like 1 or 2 grocery items on this order, I think I am just going to go ahead and knock that out. And then the rest of the stuff is generally in the middle of the store here, so we're gonna, yeah, we'll just follow them. But yeah, again, usually if you just follow their thing, because we are gonna have to backtrack because we're going right past here, and then we're gonna have to come back to the middle for those graduation cards and swimsuits and stuff. But since it's just like one thing, it'll be nice to knock it out and then not have to go back to that section of the store. You said, I find food delivery is better in my area. Rideshare is a gamble. My area has so many drivers, and who accepts the lower offers race to the bottom. Oh, absolutely. Yep. I mean, once these apps kind of get you in like a desperate mode where it's like, oh, I'm just going to take anything. I'm not going to worry about this. I'm not going to worry about that. Which, you know, that's pretty much exactly what I was saying, right? I mean, I'm not worrying about the miles too much today. This, that, the other thing. I'm, let's be honest, getting a little desperate.
because my overall earnings have tanked in maybe about 33%. And to be fair, I mean, I don't have. Is this right? It's a different packaging. Okay, it looks a little different, but that is correct. Um, what was I saying? Like, you know, I showed you all my apps. I've got like 9 of them, but I'm pretty much down to 2 right now, which is just Walmart, Spark, and Expedite Catering. And catering is kind of what it is. It's always kind of been very fluctuating, but there we go. We got that one, and one more. Here it is. Okay, now we grab the swimsuits, but um, like for example, Amazon Flex, totally, totally obliterated in my market as well, because we got a new warehouse, and that warehouse has pretty much completely taken over most of the orders, and they just kind of shotgun out offers instead of actually like what I don't know. It used to make more sense to me, at least, on the other um, at the other station, and now I see like maybe 2 of those a week, and they're always base pay. And you used to be able to get surge orders of like $130, $120 for 3.5 hours. Now they're all um, hold up, I'm not sure where I'm going here. But now they're all like 4-hour or 4.5 hour blocks. So you're going even further, which if you know anything about Amazon Flex, like that's what they're notorious about, right? Oh, I was close. Here we are. E13. Yeah, I just barely passed it. 8. Is this it? Is it clearance? But yeah, so I'm pretty much just holding on for dear life with Walmart Spark and just trying to make the most of it. That's not going to be it. 13. Oh, section 3, not section 8. Okay, cool. I should be looking right at it. But I may be blind. But yeah, I've also never done rideshare. Although we did just get a minivan, and I'm kind of tempted to try it out and do like pooling or whatever or something. But my wife is a little bit averse to that because of, you know, especially if I'm going to be doing it at night when, you know, most people are getting to and from bars. She just wants me to be safe. But then I also considered, well, what if what if I did orders from the airport and got like, because I've seen some crazy hotshot. I don't know if that's the right correct term technically, but you know, like crazy um, rides from like Columbus to Chicago or whatever, like crazy ones. I'm not seeing this at all, guys. This is similar, but it's not the same. This is a 2-piece. Maybe it's this. Huh. Need to lock in. Hold up. I'm gonna shut up for a second because I'm distracting myself here, and I cannot find it. This is section 13. Modular 8, huh? I gotta be blind. Or maybe they just really don't have it. They really don't have it. That's not ideal. I'm wasting too much time on this. But yeah, I don't know. Never did Spark. What's the typical order pay for you? Well, in the morning, I usually get well, I was going to say fantastic, but, you know, a fairly decent one. I'll get like a $30, $35 shop to start the day. And then, is this it? Nope. But you know, it's kind of unpredictable. I've gotten a $66 order. I've gotten $40 to $50 orders. I've also gotten $20 orders to start the day. So it's a mixed bag for sure. But it's the only one that I'm like I know that if I wake up at a little bit before 6, then I'm gonna get an order and it's gonna start my day. The problem is that typically within the next hour I don't see much, and so it kind of just really slows down my day from there. So that's what I'm experimenting with now is, okay, well, do I turn on DoorDash that early, which is usually not really good. Um, Obviously, if I have a catering, sometimes I can string that along, but usually it's one or the other. Okay, I think I'm officially giving up on this item because this is crazy, dude. Um, so just to be clear, aisle E13, see that? Boom, right there. Section 3, and then the modulars. It says it right there. Like it says it's, but the color, I don't see the set in that color. So I'm pretty confident that I can just say I don't see it and not feel guilty. So okay, that sucks, but I no, I'm not asking an associate. They don't have that kind of stuff in the back. Okay, well that's annoying. They're having me go over here for that because I know there's another swimsuit on here. See, why didn't they path me to that next? That's so obnoxious, dude. All right, well theoretically this is right here. Um, New update doesn't let me tap on the image anymore and blow it up to see a better, you know, thing. So that's annoying as well. Honestly, the recent Spark update overall has been a ginormous L. Um, and dude, I don't see this one either. Let's go around. This looks similar, right? That looks similar, right? But I need it in blue. Blue is not the right color. This is almost it. Hold up. Is this it? Size is 4 to 16. It also is not giving me the size. Usually it'll tell me which size it wants. I'm going to scan it if it'll stop. Yeah, okay, see, that's what I thought. It's not the correct one. Dude, what is happening here? Anyway, let me catch up on some comments. If you're close to an airport or close to college, yeah. Yeah, we got plenty of colleges around here. We do have an international airport, but it's like, I mean, we're in Indiana, right? And we're the second largest city in Indiana, but by like a long shot, because Indy is what, 900,000 people, so almost a million. And then obviously the metro area is way higher than that. But Fort Wayne, we're only about 275,000, so like not even half. Man, this is one of the worst items to find apparently. E13 section 4, which I'm looking directly at. And they didn't even give me a size. So like even if I found it, I don't know which one to give them. Looking at the overflow here, like this is similar, but it's not the same color. Okay, well, that sucks a lot for this. I mean, the tip is probably coming off at this point, but we're wasting so much time here. This is not worth it, dude. Oh, this is really throwing off our delivery. Hold up. Okay, that's impulse merchandise, so we can see that at the beginning. Guess that's fine. Horticulture, where is this? Oh, okay. See what I'm saying, though? I hate that I can't take a closer look at these because I didn't know to look, and now I have to go all the way across the freaking store again. All right, whatever. Let's just. I'm. This is extremely frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Oh, I'm struggling already on our first order today. The pathing is upsetting. The items that are impossible to find. I was able to be like, oh, the mileage isn't that bad because I'm going to get it done quick. And now here we are, struggling, fighting for our life. Gosh dang. Okay, well, oh, that was not F12. We gotta go into the next one. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we are looking for this one. There we go. 13 section 10. This is 2026 grad card. I hope it'd be 2026 grad card. 78. Should be right. 78. Uh-oh. Well, they do not have the specific one. Okay, well, let's just say can't find that one. They're going to give me a substitution. I'll have 4, huh? Okay. I have a small one in my state, Rhode Island. I'm also close to Boston, but pay stinks. I only allowed to drop off in Massachusetts. Cannot pick up 50 miles to airport. Oh my gosh, yeah. Only paid $30 to $40. Makes no sense. For real, I mean, that's every time I see like a crazy order going crazy far, um, low pay, whatever the freaking issue is with it. I'm like, I see these 12 cases of water for like $10 orders going whatever miles, no tip. And I'm like, who is taking these? And then there was actually one time, specifically with that 12 cases of water one, where I saw the freaking dude. I'm just going to double check here. See if there's, because this is all the same stuff. This looks like almost the same as the one we were looking for, but it's not. So, okay, we'll get the substitution here, which is right here. And except it's not. So once again, oh, actually, it's literally right below it, so that works out. Okay. No, ignore me. But yeah, no, I'm like, who is taking these? Who thought it was a good idea? What is their thought process behind that being worth it? I want to talk to them. I want to be like, what is going on? Are you desperate? And again, I feel like that's the whole problem with these apps is that they just hire desperate people who don't know better, who are willing to destroy their car, and it's just like, I don't know, man. All right, we found this one right away. But yeah, I mean, it definitely makes it worse for the rest of us because I think this is it. Yes, it makes it worse for the rest of us because the apps realize that, oh, well, somebody's going to take it at whatever pay, so let's just pay them, pretty much nothing. And yeah, it's harder for us to make a living. Like it's like with DoorDash and the base pay. It's like, sure, when they dropped it $1, it's like, I guess it's like it's not going to stop me from working, but over a year or two, like that's thousands of dollars depending on how many you do, right? And it's just like, I don't know. Typically with normal job, a real job, if you will, you're going to be getting like cost of living raises at least. And now it's like with DoorDash and stuff, we're fighting against pay decreases. I don't know. That's wild. So, but it's not for everyone, and it is different. So, like, I guess to be fair, we knew that when we got into it, and if you didn't, then dang, that's tough, dog. I don't know. I don't see this item, so yes, I believe this is it. It should be it, but there is nothing in its place. Just to confirm, we're gonna hit the flash button just to show it off. We do have it in this store. But anyway, definitely don't have the packing tape, so we're gonna skip. And they do have a suggested substitution, but it's not anywhere close to us. They have interesting. I mean, I don't understand why they wouldn't just substitute it with this. Okay, whatever. They're gonna have me go all the way across the store again. That's fine. We do need to head that way for the other thing that we missed when we were over there. Alright, I-7. Let's go over here. Cards are so personal, he uses delivery on that item. That is so real. Yeah, literally, whenever I get a card, I'm in that card aisle for a hot minute, and I'm looking at every freaking item or every option, and I pick the funniest one or the whatever that like relates me to them, to that specific person. And what you're gonna just grab it on a delivery where, oh whoops, the one you wanted isn't in stock, so just get whatever random substitution that Walmart says. Because I mean, there is the option to select suggested or to get your own substitution or like a specific substitution that you want. But let's be honest, literally nobody does that. All right, we got 2 of those, and now we are here in section Y. That's another thing between Spark and Instacart. I mean, again, I don't know because I haven't done Instacart, but I'm a little bit nervous because again, I've been on the wait list there for over 2 years, and I'm willing to do whatever for the money, but pause. But I'm like, are customers ever going to respond? Because I feel like on Walmart they don't, and it's very rare that they have like suggested or their own substitutions picked out. So I don't know. It just seems like a nightmare, but that's shopping, and there's a million things that'll slow you down. But with Instacart, it's like sounds like, from what I understand of the app, like you're gonna get heavily punished for not getting the right substitutions or stuff like that with your, diamond cart status. So I don't know if you know more about that. I'd love to be educated. If that's like a fair assessment from an outsider's perspective, or if it's really not that bad. Because that's my big thing with what is this? What flavor is this? Peppered. Original teriyaki. But no, yeah, like that's my thing with Spark here is that with the ratings, so many things are out of your control, and it's like, well, it's not my fault that they didn't have it in stock. It's not my fault that you never responded. It's not there's just so many different things, and especially on the curbsides when they're like, oh yeah, here's your bread. I'm gonna put it under this 40 pack of water. It just, gets obliterated. Things are broken. Things are missing, and it's like, well, they literally stopped me from being able to like get out and load with them, and now I'm just like screwed whenever something like that happens. I don't see this beef jerky at all, dude. It's specifically the peppered beef jerky. It says item location unavailable, but it does say impulse merchandise. So, not ideal. I need to catch up on comments. I apologize. Let's see. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, yes, yes. How is everybody this morning? I've actually contacted the customer multiple times on different occasions, and about 90% of the times they will actually respond, or more like 10% of the time. Yeah, well, that's quite a bit of a difference there. Yeah, it's like I'm like surprised when I get a response. I'm like, oh, sweet, and obviously I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to get it, but I'm always fighting the urge to just not bother. Hey man, this is killing me. This is the last item, by the way. Tender jerkies. Gosh dang, I'm just checking every spot. Just don't see it. Original. Well, I'm thinking that we're not going to find it, and hopefully they'll take a substitution on a regular. Original teriyaki bacon jerky. Gosh dang it, man. Oh, I just saw these recently. It's 5 Hour Energy, red, white, and blue. Firework freeze, whatever you want to call it. I've never had a 5 Hour Energy. I always thought it'd like instantly give me cancer or something. But now I drink energy drinks almost daily. So, hey, maybe I should try it. But also, if I'm going to have an energy drink, like, I'd rather enjoy it. Gosh dang, man. Which is why I like Ghost so much. Dude, I'm going to talk about this every stream. I don't even care. But Ghost Energy is the best energy drink because they have the best. It's 16 ounce. Monster's the only one with 16 ounces, but they're also the only ones with 16 ounces and 200 milligrams of caffeine. And then their flavors are just like the best. So, okay, I'm officially just going to say I can't find it. Freaking sucks, dude. Please tell me you're going to substitute. Oh, of course not. Why would they ever choose a substitute? That's upsetting. Well, I checked literally every aisle, so what are you going to do, right? All right, make sure I separated these correctly. Beef sticks and the licorice, mosquito stuff. Okay. As far as I can tell, that cutter stuff. Yep, okay, that's the right spot. And then B, okay, we got a different card and a different thing. Also didn't have, oh my gosh, literally so many substitutions, so many missed items. It's not my fault. Okay, see, this is why I was confused, because they have a bunch of like outdoor stuff, bug repellent, but then these people have the ponchos. So I was thinking I mixed that up, but nope, that is correct. Okay, well, before I head over there, I'm gonna grab. Oh, I just saw it. I went too far. There it is. Okay. We're gonna grab a Ghost, and we're just gonna grab an original. Been a little while since I've had one of these. It's almost the equivalent to like a White Monster, but it's definitely distinct. And I don't really know which one I like better, if I'm being honest, flavor-wise. But I lean towards the Ghost because of the extra caffeine and the. Well, I mean that's pretty much it compared to the Monster. Art review. Well, we'll put that over here because obviously we're buying that ourselves. Morning. Thank you much. All right, back these up. Actually, contact. The pay is so low on Instacart. I have not done an order in over a year. Oh wow, that's crazy. Well, I don't know if you keep up with Grind for the Dollar. He's kind of like the big fad these days in the gig content world. But with his 16-hour day challenges in every state, and well, he recently came to my market, not only my state but my market. And I was kind of upset. I was like, dang man, you should have hit me up. Could have done a challenge, because he like just did a challenge with Nugs, and I was like, we could do something similar, and he didn't hit me up, unfortunately. I am a smaller channel, I guess, but whatever. And so, but yeah, he made $500 in my market, and he does have Instacart, to be fair. But he was, hitting $60 whatevers, and I was like, bro, those Costco drops that he's always talking about. I'm like, sheesh. That's why I'm like, I need to get on Instacart. And that's why I'm like, dude, I've been on the wait list for how long? 2.5 years? I don't know. It's been a long time. All right, we're backed up. Gonna get our drink here. Cool. It's me and the wife. We declined. Boo. I took it out too fast. Let's try it again. It literally beeped at me, so I don't know. Okay. Whew. Thanks. Have a good one. All right. Well, took a lot longer than expected. Oh yeah, but no, you said pay decreases if you can't locate an item. That's crazy. I mean, like, I guess that makes sense, especially if the tip is like proportional to the like final cost of the delivery, or like the groceries, whatever. So like, yeah, I mean, it makes sense, and I would expect that to auto adjust. So I wouldn't be upset about that, but do they have the ability to decrease tip on top of that afterwards? Because that's another thing I really, really don't like about Walmart, is that they give them 24 hours to adjust the tip, and from what I understand, they don't have to like justify anything. They can just be like, well, I didn't feel like it actually paying him that much, even though you guys told him he'd earn this much and now he's not going to. Like, that's infuriating, and that was one of my big reluctancies to try this app back in the day when I first got it. And now it's my number one earning app, so I'm really glad I did take that chance. But like, if Instacart's decreasing the pay because you didn't get everything, and then also they decrease tip, like separately, that's that could be quite a big hit. So interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I got my Cheez-Its. My Ghost is upside down. That's fine. All right, let's see. What are we doing? Yep, loading notes. Let's go ahead and start a thing. I brought my hoodie because it was like 45, 46 degrees out this morning, and pretty chilly. But I was in the store pretty much the whole time, and now that the sun is out, it's going to warm up pretty quick. It's going to be almost 80 degrees today, which is like obviously perfect weather if you're outside enjoying the park, or in the shade enjoying the breeze, whatever. But when you're in a black car that the AC is kind of rough, then it's not the greatest. But anyway, oh, I didn't actually get the navigation going, so let's do that.
Okay, 7.7 miles to the first one. Well, we're gonna have to get some gas probably when we get back after this delivery as well. So it's 365 now. It's been coming down quite a ways from when it was like $5 a gallon just what 2-3 weeks ago. So we're grateful for that. But yeah, for real, if they're out, they're out, and like I don't know, they give you that option to like check with an associate, but I'm like, dude, first of all, finding one that's actually going to respond to you is already a struggle. But then it's just so much time, and then especially with Instacart, you have your shopping time metric that's apparently really important, and so like, bro, I'm not gonna talk to somebody. I'd rather. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is valid. Like, in your opinion, on how the metrics system works on that app, would you rather take a hit to your items found or to your shopping time? Because I know checking with an associate is going to take a trillion years. Um, because if it's not on the shelf, then maybe it's in the back. But they're going to go back, they're going to look, because we all know they're just going to stand around and be like, well, I checked. Because they already know that it's not there. Like, just tell that to me. You know what? Just tell me that it's out of stock. That'd be great. But anyway, I don't know. It's just, it's a nightmare to deal with. And it wastes so much time. And is a thing that we can't control. And we get docked for it as if it's our fault. So, 100% agree with you. I want to check out the checkout, be on the safe side. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I went. Those were all the checkout lanes. That's what I was checking. So, rip this dude's beef jerky. The app said it didn't know where it was in the store, to be fair. So, I checked where all the beef jerky was, and I didn't see it. So, oh well. On my iPhone, I can set up canned text using short codes in my phone. Oh, okay, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I'm running iPhone as well, but I haven't used that feature. Maybe I should do that. Oh, actually, well, right, because you can do like shortcuts. Um, I've done like the like stick figure. I don't know how to describe it. It's like the Lenny or whatever, um, text meme, whatever you want to call it. And I quick I put a text shortcut whenever I type in Lenny, that pops. You know what? Maybe I can try it in the chat. We'll see. I don't know if it'll translate onto the live, but um, so theoretically, yeah, if you just like did a shortcut for like I don't know, customer scenario one. And like whenever you type that in, it like pops in this whole thing of like, sorry, I'm dealing with, you know, missing, or I can't find the item, or like for catering orders, that'd be really nice because I was, oh my gosh, the catering order that I did yesterday turned out to be a freaking nightmare, dude. The manager checked in and was like, hey, we don't have it, like straight up. It's not in our system, whatever. I ended up waiting there probably good 30-45 minutes. And, you know, luckily the app pays me an extra 25 cents per minute that I wait there. So whatever that was, that came out to an extra $9.75. Uh, but yeah, it was, I mean, again, it still ended up paying pretty good. After everything, it was $59.20. But it was supposed to be a quick catering. I was expecting it to take me like 45 minutes literally, and it took me double the time. It took me an hour and a half, which again, I'm not complaining about. That's a great hourly. The lunch was still fine, but I had to be in the office that day, and it was uh, not great for office politics and optics, which is not a game that I prefer to play, but is unfortunately something I'm subjected to. So, yeah, thanks a lot, Catering Expedite app. Got another 3.5 miles. Let's see. Help save some time sending stuff to Instacart customers. Yeah, for real. This is my second order of the day, going paying $16.75, going 13.9 miles. All right. You do you, boo. We'll keep playing this game. We'll see who comes out on top. You'll have to, actually, at the end of today, you'll have to let me know what your earnings are for the week. I don't know, maybe that's not super accurate. I track my earnings weekly from Monday to Sunday, which I don't know if that's like super common. I feel like it's probably pretty uncommon. Most people probably do Sunday to Saturday. But I'm like, to me, the weekend is all one thing, part of the same week. So I'm like, well, Saturday and Sunday, if I didn't make it up on the weekdays from Monday to Friday, then like that's part of the week still. And I started tracking like that back in the day because I, started on Uber Eats and DoorDash or whatever. They paid out every week on like Monday or Tuesday or whatever it was. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just track it for their pay cycles, and I've just carried that over ever since. But I'm trying to think when I think Spark actually might be Sunday to Sunday. Now that I think about it, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to it, but it's all the same. It comes in eventually, one week or the next week, and I'm not so strapped that I'm like, if I don't get this $30 from the yesterday's tip that didn't come in because it was over the weekend and it didn't process till Monday, so it wasn't on this pay cycle. Like, that's not a big deal for me. But I know some people that's like super necessary, that they're able to cash out every day and all that stuff. So anyway, that's besides the point. I pay myself every 2 weeks. Usually at the end of the day, Sunday, I'll go back and calculate everything and start the transaction that night, and then by Wednesday usually the money hits my account. So not your typical Friday payday. It's going to another zone, which I can pick up a Walmart order. Very nice. Yes. Okay, yeah, there we go. I was like, I know you're smart. You take good orders. You get a 13.9 miles. That's not for no reason. You're not going to just drive the whole way back. Yeah, I hope you get a good one, good Walmart order afterwards. Funny post on self-checkout. The guys like to, the manager lied to the manager. Wait, need a person that he does work for free and not scheduled to work today. Oh, interesting. I'm on all food apps and ride sharing, Uber and Lyft. Woof. Yeah, sorry, I'm definitely needing to catch up on these chats. That was a hot minute ago. But yeah, I don't know. It's tempting. I've seen good things, and especially like the crazy days on New Year's Eve or pretty much around any holiday, Uber and Lyft are going to be a lot better. But I don't know. I think I'm not opposed to it. Like, I think I would actually enjoy it, but I think for my wife's sake, keeping her sanity, because she's like, you're going to get shot, or like, I don't know, the car is going to get barfed on, whatever. I don't know, whatever she's worried about. I don't really 100% know, but I can imagine it gives her some anxiety, and I can understand that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe one of these days. Send you good vibes your way. Have an awesome weekend. The grind is so real for us. Amen, brother. I just picked up a box of coffee. Oh, fun. Those are fun. I get a bunch of those on the caterings, like the breakfast caterings from Bob Evans or whatever. They usually come with 1 or 2 boxes of coffee. It's just a struggle on whether they'll actually remember to give me the cups or not. It's happened a couple times now, and now I'm like very diligent about checking, because I'm like, dude, I got lucky both times where they had some cups left over from other things, but I was like, you can't make me look bad like this, dude. Like, they'll remove my tip. Actually, they won't. I don't think they can through that app. Thank God. But, depending on the app, you never know. But they could give you a bad rating, and that would not be good. So, oh my gosh, I'm blind, dude. I think it's the second house here. Yes, it is. Okay. Well, it's already 7 o'clock. We haven't even dropped our first one. Dang it, man! I was expecting. Literally, I was like, the name of the. Oh my gosh, I can't talk, dude. I'm losing my mind. The name of the game today is Speed, and then I proceeded to do one of my slowest shops ever because of those freaking swimsuits, man. Ugh, okay. Anyway, let me catch up on these real quick. I'm on all food apps. Yes, I just picked up a box from Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, very cool. I keep shot code short, like for airport if, oh yeah, TFG fills in a canned response where to meet. Very cool. I like ICG, Instacart greeting. If you have email, I can send you my canned responses. You will add many miles and wear and tear on your car if you do college and airport run. I feel very safe. Yeah. If worried about puke, only drop them off at bars. That's what I was saying. I literally, because I was having a conversation about it with my wife, and I was like, well, listen, I don't have to do the late night shift. Like, I don't really want to work that late anyway, especially if I'm going to wake up the next morning and do Spark. But I was like, I could just take them to the bars and not home from the bars. Because, that's when all the other drunk drivers are going to be out, if they are. I guess that's not the right order. Okay. So I don't know. And I mean, like, that's also probably when the best tips are going to be out too, because, one, they're not drunk and they're not going to forget to tip if they were going to, because of that. Like, that's less of a risk in my brain, at least. I don't know. And then also, it's before they've spent a bunch of money on alcohol, so they're not like sticker shocked yet with how much they just blew that night. So, and then, there's like the potential case of buddies just getting them an Uber and not paying much because they don't want to tip just to get their buddy home, or them being stupid or whatever. I don't know. I just feel like there's so many factors that would make the first half of the night a lot better than the last half, but I don't know the data on that, and I haven't really watched too much rideshare content to know about that world very well. I guess the other thing is that, like, because of catering, I carry a lot of extra random crap in my car. Mainly the bags, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But space is maybe a little bit of a concern for me, or not even really the space, but just like looking really cluttered in my car, trying to manage doing catering and grocery and food delivery and rideshare seems like a lot. But I don't really know how much people really care about that either. So yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of one of these days type of things. Maybe I'll try it out. But also, like, I'm trying to kind of move away from this work. I mean, it's been 2 years, since a little over 2 years since I got my W-2 part-time, and that was an effort to kind of like build up my resume a little bit so I could get back into like a regular W-2 type of deal, full-time, looking for some better benefits and whatever. And part of it is like the crazy job market, and part of it's just me dragging my feet, but like, I don't know. If I am gonna jump ship eventually to like a W-2, I'm like, well, do I really need to get another app under my belt before I do that? I don't know. I guess it wouldn't hurt. Test it out. And I mean, hey, if it's like really great in the meantime, then that could push off the need to really like
go back to a W-2 because, well, if it's good money still on rideshare or whatever, or I can finesse the system enough to be able to multi-app a little bit better than I am now, then yeah, maybe I wouldn't need to W-2, regular job. I don't know what the heck this dude's doing. We're gonna come way over here, give him a lot of space. It's parked on the side of the road, but very poorly. Keep dash cam. Oh yeah, dash cam is very important when doing rideshare. Yes. What is the dude's name? Driver Eddie or whatever. He's got those hilarious dash cam videos of him doing rideshare. Dude's a goat. Yeah, minivan. You may do Uber XL instead of Uber X. Uber XL pays a little more. And that's well, and that's what I'm saying with the minivan. I don't know how to pay, but that's what we have. And it's because I totaled my car a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, um, which sucks. But we had full coverage insurance on it, so we were able to put the money that we got from that towards the car, and then we paid for it outright, so no debt. Which, thank goodness, thank God, thank Jesus, that we were blessed to be able to not have to worry about that and have a big debt payment over our heads. So it was mainly because we were saving up for a house, and now we have very little in that house fund. So kind of sucked that up, which is not great, not ideal, but I think it's better than having to worry about a monthly car payment because, bro, we're living skinny enough as it is in order to try to save up for, a house or whatever else we want. So, yeah, no extra payments, no extra payment household here. Uber X if it's a 4-person car. College kids all went to go to the bar together, so they want to Uber XL. Yeah, and then split the cost or whatever. Yep, and well, we were looking at an 8-passenger minivan that had like an extra seat in the front bench, or I guess like the front seat was a bench instead of 2 captain chairs. But pretty much all the other options that we were looking at that had that sold right out from under our feet. So the last one that we ended up getting didn't have it, and so it was just like whatever, because all the other options were like thousands and thousands, like $5,000 more than what we paid for ours, and so we got a pretty good deal on it at the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, 7 passengers is plenty, or I guess 7-seater, so 6 passengers. Ooh. All right, we've got 2 miles. Pretty much a straight shot here. I use Stride, free app, to keep track of miles that allows to pick if you're ride sharing or food delivery. Interesting. I've never really understood those apps, because don't you have to like swipe on it every freaking time you like do a trip to be like, yeah, this was business miles? That seems like a hassle. But like, if it doesn't, if it literally just tracks your miles from when you start to when you end your shift, like that's what I do already. Like, I mean, I'll show you right now. I just turn my odometer right here. I just start a new trip on my thing, and that way it's also more accurate, because I feel like the app is not going to be super accurate because it's just using your phone's motion things or your GPS on that, and that can get really wonky at times. So I'm like, I'd rather just use the computer on my car that
tells me how many miles it has anyways. Like, that's going to be the most accurate thing, most true to, the car is the car. So, yeah, I've never really understood Stride, because I'm like, I just turn that on at the start of my shift, and then I turn it off at the end of my shift, and then I write it down. And that it is a small pain to like keep track of it, but if you do it daily and then like summarize it monthly, by the end of the year, you just look at the 12 numbers, add it up, and boom, you're done. The debate going on about whether commute mileage is like write it off or not, but unless and about doing other errands, like that's where there's the gray area for sure. If you're out doing other stuff, you're doing personal, whatever, that like it could be argued that part of that trip, or whatever, like the commute back or to it, was personal use in your car. Yeah, sure. But if I'm working like a long day like today, I'm going to turn on the only reason I'm going to go to that Walmart, it's not because I'm going to buy stuff for myself. It's because I'm doing commerce. I'm doing stuff for my, sole proprietor business is technically what we are as independent contractors. So, that is business. Those are business miles because they have to do that in order to do it. So it's like, I don't know. Some people say that the commute to the store doesn't count. That's crazy to me. Like 100% it counts. 100%. This is like I can't do the business deliveries unless I get to that store. So like it's 100% necessary to the business, and so therefore it should be able to be written off. So I don't know. I mean, it's different in every state. That's the wrong spot. It's different in every state, but I would be comfortable arguing against the IRS on that, and I'd get an attorney or whatever to make my case, I guess. But this is not going to scan, is it? Hello? Okay, well, you scan this. All right, that worked. So anyway, all that to say, like, yeah, just track your mileage from the beginning of your shift to the end of your shift, unless you're like making a pit stop and doing your own groceries. But then just end your mileage tracking there instead of at home. I don't know. But I guess if it's free, then it doesn't really matter, and it would be a little bit convenient to have it like automatically summarize everything for you at the end of the day. But I mean, it's an app. Like, they're gonna try to get you to buy their subscription service or whatever it is, and I'm just like, I don't know, I don't want to deal with all that. So, but hey, I mean, if it works for you, that's great. It just has never been my thing. All right, that is our second drop for today, and of course, it wants us to take our mug shot once again. Haven't had one of these on a what do you call it? Non-pharmacy order in a while, so let's do this. Then we'll get back to the store. All right, 1, 2, 3 pictures. Let me turn around. Once this loads up, I need to actually don't 100% know where I am. I have to grab some directions here. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, we are so far. Let's see, what are we looking at? 10 miles. Okay, so this is going to be a 23-mile round trip. Could be worse. We're looking at some garbage. Okay, wait, so I don't know if did I talk about this yet? Today was supposed to be a 10, 12-hour shift, and we're gonna live stream the whole thing. But
I messed up at work the other day, yesterday, and typically they're not even open. Like the office isn't even open on Fridays, but they said that the building will be unarmed and unlocked, or at least I can get in with my whatever. So because I messed up, I have to reshoot the video news for church. So today I am going back into the office at about 10 o'clock. So we're going to stream and do whatever till then still. But I'm going to have to take a little pit stop to finish up stuff there and reshoot. So, yeah, because I messed up. I gave the dude the wrong script. So the newsletter, the video news, whatever for the congregation is going to be inaccurate unless I redo it. And typically there's like overlapping events and stuff that kind of go that are the same from week to week, but it was different enough that I wasn't able to salvage what we did shoot and like actually inform everybody of what was going on this week. So yeah, well, I mean, I think I'll still end up going live again after I'm done, after I get out of the office, and I'm just going to get right back to work because again, our goal for today is $250. Well, it's $244, but I mean, might as well get a nice round number, $250. And I'm hoping I can knock that out fast enough that that's not going to be like impossible. So it just kind of depends on how many other things we can string together today, and if we get an order within the hour here, or if we have to wait till 9 or whatever again, or 8, I should say. Looks like there are a few things going around. There's this one. I don't hate this one that much, but it's not at the right store. But it would drop me off at a fairly decent location. Well, maybe not a decent location, but it would drop me close to another Walmart at the very least. Let me check navigation again. This is kind of okay. Yeah, I don't really know where I'm at. Okay, here's one. Come back. Did that just disappear? No. Okay. $34 for 19 items. I said 19 items. 19 miles. That's not great. It's going into Ohio. These are the worst of the worst because that is a 100% going to be a 38-mile round trip delivery for $34. So, like I said, I'm attempting to kind of just be like, don't worry about the miles and just take whatever. But I do want to be at least above $1 a mile on round trip stuff. So if this goes up to $40, sure, I'll take it. Ideally, we just knock things out quick. But the problem with that is that, yeah, that would be a quick shop. And since it's a straight shot, like I'd be able to get it delivered fast. But the estimate does not account for the drive back. And so that's going to be, 19 miles, a good another 20, 25 minutes. So, yeah, anyways. As of right now, we're not going to be taking that one. Maybe if they increase the pay for that. But as of right now, actually, it looks like we're gonna make it back in time for the 7:38, 7:40, whatever kind of drop time. They also drop one usually at like 7:32, but it's usually like a whack one. So don't know if we'll take that, but as of right now, I'm optimistic. We'll see if they crush my optimism here pretty soon. That one's still pretty tempting though. The 25 for 15. Like obviously that's not ideal, but it is a curbside pickup, which should go quick. It's just really freaking far from me. I mean, we're already looking at a 7-mile commute back to the store that we were at this morning, and so it'd be an extra 8 miles to go to that one. Oh, and it's gone. Okay, well. But yeah, we're not married to any of these quite yet. Like that's, oh my gosh, $21 for 17 miles is crazy. I'm not like desperate to take any of these quite yet. This one, also too far. No tip. Okay, this is a quick one. Curbside, 1 mile. Not even $10 though. That would be cool if I could do that one really quick and then get back to the store and then do the other one. That would make up for some mileage, but I don't think that's realistic. And again, plus it's an extra 8 miles to get there, so. Well, anyway, I think I'm just going to let that kind of scroll for a little bit, and I'm going to catch up on some comments, so see what y'all are talking about. See, I use Stride Free app. Yes. How much are you currently up after that? I already forgot. Let's see. That was a $29.31 delivery. So let's go ahead and punch that in. Oh, man, we're passing the farms right now, and it does not smell pleasant. Woof. Oh my gosh. I swear it's not usually that bad. I drive on this road all the time, dude. That is fresh manure. Oh, hello. Zipped across the thing real quick. All right, current earnings 29.31. That's a dead animal. Just make sure. Yeah, okay. I feel like I keep like a goldfish here. Got term memory loss. There we go. Okay, current earnings 29.31. That's in there, and we will go ahead and pin that comment. Very cool. So it adds up quickly, very quick. Does a report at the end of the year. Okay, yeah. Makes a CSV file. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, I've shown it a couple times. I'll pull it up here for you too. It's, again, it's not the most ideal thing or whatever, but it works. So I write down my mileage, I write down whatever the day was and how much I earned. And then just for like me reference, I'll write what my last gas fill up was and then how many hours I worked. So it's pretty much all you need. So that way you know your hourly, you know your dollars per mile. For tax records, you know what day it was. And generally, like if you wanted to itemize, you could take the gas mileage and average that out compared to your fuel efficiency and whatever. But I'm like, honestly, the miles and the money is enough. And so yeah, I just do that. Oh, and then at the end of every month, if I flip again, hello, there we go. I'll add everything up. So like in what is that? In April, I made $3,127. So it was just over $2 a mile there, and I don't know what that hourly comes out to, but it's like pretty close to $30 an hour, I think. So anyway, it's been a little bit rough this month. I'm very curious to see what this is going to be closer to. I feel like if I'm lucky, it's going to be close to $25 an hour. But I don't know. It's been rough. Like we've been having $15 hour days, and not like a short $15 hour day where I'm like, oh, this was a rough day. We'll just go ahead and quit. And like a 2-3 hour $15 an hour day. It was like an 8 hour day, $15 an hour, and then lots of like $20 an hour days, which are just kind of like middle of the road for me. What do you typically average hourly and daily if you don't even
care about the like efficiency hourly rate. Just like go for a daily goal, and whether you hit it or not is like kind of what's more important. Which to a point is true. Like it doesn't matter if you make $30 an hour every day, but you only worked for 3 hours, because that's only $90 a day. If you need $200 a day, well, that's not going to cut it. So you're going to have to work more hours that are likely going to be less earnings. Like if you're only working the peak hours of the day. I don't know. That's what I try to tell people if they're getting into this work. It's like, yeah, you can make good money if you're only working the best hours every day, but you're also going to be limited in what else you can do during the day, because it's either going to be in the mornings or the evenings. So you have to kind of plan around it. And then, oh, hey, good thing we waited to get gas till we got back, because they just dropped it to $3.59. It was 350, 365, literally like 30 minutes ago. That's crazy. Nice. Take that little win today. Anyway, I keep yapping about random stuff, and I need to stay on track to get into these comments. I'm not a CPA, but what I understand is miles to your house could be considered commute miles. Yeah, I at the end of the day, maybe. But again, for me, it's like, okay, if I had if I was running a business and I had I had a work truck, right? I had employees, and my employees were driving my work truck. So sure, they commute to the office, and then they get the truck, and then every single mile that they drive in that truck is going to be able to be written off, including the drive back to the office. So the equivalency here is that I have a work truck, which is my personal vehicle. Now, it is dual use, because when I'm not working, it's personal use. But when I am working, it's not. Like, yes, by definition. Sure, great. And so, again, that's where the gray area is that you have to have a solid argument that, no, this was not personal use. Like, I was not going to my friend's house after my shift, and like, so those miles can't be written off. Like, obviously, you can't do that. That makes sense. But if all day I was working from my house to my house, and I didn't do any personal things other than that, then I wouldn't have to drive back to my house there uh, to be, what am I saying? Like, I wouldn't have to drive back to my house if I wasn't out on business. So I should be able to write those off as well, especially if you make the argument that your house is your office, because then that kind of ties in the argument of what I was saying earlier with the truck and the having an office. If you owned a business and you had employees, it's the same thing. I'm the employee. This car is my work truck, and my home is my office. So like, I have to get back in order to like store it properly. And then, you know, you could see it as like a phase shift or whatever, from me being like a business person to a private person. And, then after that, any miles would be personal. Um, as long as you're not mixing personal use while you're working, which I know a lot of people do. Like, a lot of people run errands while doing gig work. They juggle different things here or there. So I mean, I get it. It's not going to be the same for everyone. But in my case, and how I typically do my work, um, then yeah, like for me, I'm going to stop at home before I go into the office today. And so I'll stop tracking my miles when I hit home, and then I'll go to the office, and that will all be personal commute miles, and I won't write those off, obviously. Um, so I don't know. And also, at the end of the day, it's like, what, an extra 5-10 miles depending on where you're at. So I mean, if you get audited, I just wouldn't say anything and be like, yeah, I mean, this was all commute miles.
even during an audit, I don't think they're going to like jump into every single trip that you have and scrutinize, a $2 write off here and there. But hey, I mean, if you want to play it safe that way, that's great. But I don't know. Hold up, I just unplugged that. That's not good. But again, yeah, no, I mean, don't take my advice. If you get sued and you lose, it's not my fault. Like this is just my opinion, right? And it's how I operate at least. But I guess I can't say I recommend it to anyone because, again, I'm not a tax expert and I'm also not like a CPA or anything. And so, anyways, if you take advice from some random dude on a YouTube live with a handful of people watching, that's on you. I agree with the whole mugshot crap. Yeah, it's so obnoxious, dude. That was the first one I had to do in a while. Other than like they do it every time on a pharmacy order. Makes sense, sure. If something happens, I guess. But on regular deliveries, it's like, why do I have to deal with this? Only thing you need to record begin miles at the start of year on paper. I use oil change as that starting point. Yeah. I don't think I heard on how much you're up to. Sorry, I'm still catching up because I been latching on to something and I start yapping. So 2026 as of today, I drove 8,000. Gonna turn this car off. $8,134. No, you drove that many. Sorry, 8,134.14 miles, which is a $5,897.67 write off. Very nice. Yeah, and I mean this year. Um. Oh well, no. Yeah. So 2026. That would take into that that would take that into account that the mileage write off is 72.5 cents, I believe, every mile. It's crazy. I mean, just like a couple years ago, it was like 65, 62 cents. Each trip uh, each trip record to and from with the GPS map. Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, I mean, that's kind of my other thing about those apps is that I'm like the GPS I feel like is typically not 100% accurate, or at least like what matters for sake of depreciation and whatever is what's shown on your car. So I'm going to go with how my car records it over, you know, a satellite. So, but yeah, that's kind of how I think about it. Um, I click on it at each trip, but I guess you could just go at it begin and end work, but it would be a map with all the drives. Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like I don't know, maybe that's more accurate, maybe it's not. When I used to live in Texas, did you get the manure smell of cow poop like south blowing towards us from Hereford? It was gross because right there is a cow farm majorly. Yeah, yeah. There was a bunch of cows. There was a bunch of horses, and it looks like they were fertilizing the fields or something because there was just a bunch of like flat fields with like I don't know something on top. It didn't quite look like manure, but it looked like some sort of fertilizer. So it was not pleasant smelling. I thought that was your second order, dude. Nope. It was my second drop of the first order. But I mean, yeah. I mean, we started at 6, so hour and a half in, $29. I would have liked to have started with a $35 order like we did yesterday. But we're a couple minutes off from this drop. I'm really hoping we get one because for some I don't know, maybe they just don't have a drop after the morning rounds. Like maybe they just offload everything. But we'll see. Because yeah, I've been having trouble getting offers after the first one in the morning.
So hopefully we can string another one along here. I want to get like at least. I think it's probably pretty optimistic at this point to um, hope that we can get 2 deliveries in before I need to go to the office today. Because what we are looking at, I need to be in the office in just under 2.5 hours. So doing 2 orders would mean getting them back to back and also them positioning us well to be able to get back in time for the next one. So we'll see. Crossing our fingers here that we get another one in a couple minutes. I'm currently at $24.80 just between 2 DoorDash orders. Nice. Well, I still have you beat then. I mean, 29.31. I keep written notebook when I start and end gas. Bot field notes. Yep, yep. Yeah, I mean, anytime you can have duplicate records and stuff like that to prove as well, that'll help. I think I do actually average about $15 an hour. That sucks. I'm sorry. To me, like if I was consistently running $15 an hour, um, because that's gross earnings, and we have to pay for our own taxes, which at $15 an hour, you're writing pretty much all of that off. So I guess it's not a big deal there, but you still have to do gas, and you're still putting a lot of wear and tear on your vehicle. At that point, personally, I'm looking for something even literally like fast food. Like Walmart's hiring for 14 an hour right now. And then I wouldn't have to you know, I wouldn't have to worry about the headache of gas and other costs and worrying about taxes whether I'd have to pay them at the end of the year or not because of the write-offs. But it'd be less stress. And I feel like they would be flexible enough. That's like, what's worse, working 12 hours a day because you have to, uh, or working a set schedule. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's been a while since I've had a W-2 job, but from what I remember, I was able to get the time off that I needed for the most part. Uh, I did I did have to give up quite a few holidays because it was a photography gig. I was J.C. Penney portraits, and so pretty much Christmas time, Easter time, whatever. Like that's our busy season. Okay, we got something here. Let me detour my conversation. Well, I was really excited about it, and now I'm not. Dang. Hold up. Let me think about this. I don't want to take this because that's so many freaking items, but it would probably go pretty quick. Curbside order. What are we looking at here? We're at 27 miles for $29. So we're already at $1 a mile today. Dude, I'm really tempted to take this, but I know it's so bad. But I feel like I'm not going to get anything else. I'm going against my better judgment here. Oh my god. This is one of the worst orders I've taken in a long time. And I hate saying that this is a bad order because it's literally $30, but round trip, it is under $1 a mile. Oh, I feel like this is an omen. This is an omen for like, oh, this is not good, dude. I'm tired of making $15 an hour. I'm sorry. So I can't justify sitting around here for another hour. So we're gonna do this one. Um, I do need to get gas. I've got a few minutes. Let's go ahead and go grab gas before we pick this up. But anyway, yeah. Sorry. I mean, like, and it obviously depends. Like, Walmart here is hiring for $14 an hour. Panda Express here is hiring for $16, $17 an hour. So I'm like, personally, I would take that, but I know, I don't know. It's like people say, excuse me, that the flexibility of these apps are like so good. But it's like, how flexible is it if you can't make half of your money if you don't work a certain time? Like for me, that's the case. If I don't wake up in the mornings, I'm not going to earn nearly as much as I should in a day. And so, like, sure, I'm flexible in the sense that I don't have to wake up and work the morning. But if I don't, I'm screwed. uh, I'm not going to make enough, that I need to like cover my bills. So is that flexibility? I don't know. Like technically yes, but also no. So I don't know. Like that's the kind of thing that I take into account when I'm like, okay, am I earning enough, or should I just, I don't know, go work at McDonald's? I mean, McDonald's is hiring for $13 an hour. And they've got flexibility, and they've got actually pretty decent perks too. They'll pay for uh, up to however much a year on tuition if you're trying to you know get something and land a better job. They've got like retirement bonuses and meal bonuses and all these other things that, like, at the end of the day, that's not too bad. Not ideal, but neither is. Oh, sorry. I feel like I'm just crapping on you for how much you're making, and that's obviously not the case. I hope it's obvious that that's not the case, but yeah, I don't know. All right, we're gonna grab some fuel. No receipt. Dang it. Usually I have the Walmart Spark, whatever it is, like the free Walmart Plus rewards. And that, I think, gives me an extra 5 cents off the gallon here, but I don't have it activated right now, so tough. Anyway, while we're filling up, I'm going to catch up on some more comments. So I try to hit at least $100 a day. Yeah, honestly, that's pretty much all I've been shooting for recently. I used to be able to consistently hit $200-$300 days if I was like, yeah, if I'm going to hit it, or if I decided that I wanted to hit $300 in a day, then I could. But most of the time, I'd just quit before because I was like, I already made 200. I'm fine. But now I'm like, bro, if I make $100, I'm happy. Some days I make more, some I make less. Yep, that's how these apps are for sure. Oh, my gas is still over $4 a gallon. Yep. Tax Prep gave an X that if you work at the office, going to office is commute miles. When you leave office, then those are write-offs. Good point if you have home office, no commute. Are you on food apps? I am. I am on DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats. I don't know if catering apps count as food apps, but I have Deliver That. I have Expedite. Deliver That kind of died, but they'll throw me one every once in a while, and most of the time I don't even take them just because it doesn't work with my day. What else do I got? I have Roadie, Proxy Picks, obviously Spark, Amazon Flex, and I have a whole bunch of other ones, like Instacart and Suntex or whatever. But I'm on a wait list for what is that one? Instacart, like I was talking about. Wow, dang it, man! This thing's messed up. I'm sad. 44.52. I missed the. I filled up too many drops of gas. All right, not a round number. Boo. But yeah, so yeah, I'm on a whole ton of apps, and I'm constantly on the lookout for different ones. I was actually chatting with a guy on a catering pickup, and he was telling me which one it was, and it seemed like it was a newer catering app. But it was another ezCater like outlet. So I was like, well, I mean, the one I'm doing is ezCater, but it was an Easy Cater to the same store, and I was like, huh. So I guess there's even more out there, and his was only paying like $30, which is like, again, better than anything we've done today so far. But for catering, I'm like, well, kind of the whole point of catering is that you're hoping for like bangers, $80, $100 bangers, whatever. So I don't know. Since it's a small app, I'm like, I don't know if they would land those kinds of orders. Whereas like Expedite and usually Deliver that used to get them, you'd be able to at least climb the ranks, and then once you have your ratings pretty decent, then you could expect to get those bangers. So I don't know. It's called Senpex. I guess it's a catering app. I still haven't even onboarded on it yet. But anyways, yeah, point being, I'm always looking for new apps and getting on wait lists and stuff, testing things out. I have shipped to I was actually activated on that one, but I never took any orders on it. Just everything was insanely garbage. And you had to shop weird stores. I don't know. So in my area, you can do $7 a couple in an hour in short miles. Yeah, I mean, I started on Uber Eats and then got DoorDash and then Grubhub, and I was running those three for a while, and it was great. Like literally, you get bombarded with orders, but now it's like so far and few in between on the orders that I do get, and most of them are just so insanely far. Like I'm talking 15 miles, 20 miles for food delivery. Like I can almost understand it with grocery, but for food, dude, that's got to be like a freaking food hazard. Like it's not going to be warm when it gets to your door, whether I use a bag or not. I don't know. Oh, I never hit start trip. Confirm arrival. Select. I mean, I think she's literally standing right there. LOL. I hit the wrong parking spot. There we go. We're in 2. Yep, she was literally waiting for me. That's hilarious. Morning. Forgot to start the trip.
No, you're okay. I was trying to start it and it wouldn't let me.
All good. Yeah, sorry. I got 2291.
Awesome.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
All right. There's one GMD on this as well, by the way. See, like these are the kind of orders that I don't mind if it's a GMD, because it's in between the 2 other deliveries. But when they add a GMD order on a grocery drop off, and the GMD is literally like an extra 8 miles way off compared to where the other ones are, that pisses me off every time, man. It's just like they're just tagging on something to get it delivered, because the other 2 grocery orders are tipped orders, and then yeah, the GMD is like, oh, can't tip on those, sorry. So we're just gonna piggyback off the generosity of these other customers. So upsetting. Let's see. You're not in the store shopping. No, this is a curbside. I have a bad flashback of Instacart days. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy though. It's like, you watch somebody like grind for the dollar, just hammer out a 60, 70, $80, $100 Costco shop, and then, he makes $500 in a day, and I'm like, dang, I need Instacart. See you later. Need to go. Yeah. Good having you. I'll be again live. There'll be a little bit of time where I'm not live around 10, maybe 10 to 12 or so. And then, but I'll be live again later. So if you want to pop back in, I'll be around. Let me update. This is 3030, I believe. Oh, whoops. My hat. Not organized today.
go.
Scan this one.
Thank you.
All right, all set.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right. All right, quick pickup. We're happy about that. Yeah, so I mean, really, my only concern about this one is, well, obviously the miles, but the time for the commute back. So let's get out of here. Quick pickup, and I mean, the drive will be pretty quick there, but then we have to double that up on the way back. 7:51. Let me think. We need to be back by, what is it, 6? No, what am I talking about? 8:38. So we have 46 minutes? Oh, yeah, that's not going to happen, huh? Well, dang. That's all right. Again, the premise for today was don't worry about miles. So we're absolutely sticking to that with this delivery. And honestly, I'm actually really surprised with how many miles the first one took too. I guess maybe I just didn't consider the commute miles to the store, because that's an extra 5 miles. So we were sitting at 27 miles for the first delivery, or first order, which was only $28 or $29. So we're basically sitting at $1 a mile there. And then with the commute on this one, I think we're going to be sitting under $1 a mile for the first time in a long time. But I think we'll make up for it with the rest of the day. We do have that catering. It's nothing crazy. It's $30, but it's not going too many miles. As long as I position myself decently throughout the day, like I'll be able to follow that up, because it's kind of down southwest where another Walmart is. So if I can position myself over there, then hopefully the mileage won't be too bad. And, because like last time on my last catering, I was way the frick out here, like I am now, and then I had to go all the way across town just to pick up the catering, and I ended up being late because of it. So the delivery was still on time, but the pickup I was late. So took a little ding to my metrics there, unfortunately. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a 9-mile drive here. Woof. Oh, man. No, yeah, that's right. Okay. Huh. I thought I like missed my turn or something, because it's going to Harlan, and in my brain, Harlan is 7 miles out. And so when it said 9, I was like, oh, wait. I was supposed to. Whatever. We're chilling. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a straight shot. What is this, 12 minutes? Let's see. 46 minutes is how long we have. Yeah, I don't know. We might get back on time for the next round robin. But hopefully the next round robin is a little bit better than this one. Not going quite as far. This one is literally going to Ohio. And again, against my better judgment, I took it. But we're just trying to keep it rolling, because I don't want to sit
I don't want to sit idle pretty much at all today. If I could control anything about today, it would be don't sit idle. And that is literally my only control because I can just take an order, but I can't control which order I'm going to take or like what am I trying to say? I can't control what orders I'm going to get. Something truly atrocious, like obviously I'm not going to take that. But I'm going to, do my best to just kind of always be on an order today rather than sitting for an hour in a parking lot. Seems ideal. I'm still waiting on another order, yeah. Are you close to a Walmart or are you still looking for like another DoorDash or something? Ooh, excuse me. I guess I can show you all the country we're going through. It's going pretty much straight into Amish land. I don't know. Amish land, Amish country. There are lots and lots of there's a large Amish community out here, and let me tell you, some of them are on Spark, some of them get delivery from Walmart. Which I mean, explain that to me. I don't really know how Amish things, traditions, and stuff work because I thought they were supposed to like not have technology or stuff, but then some of them are driving cars and have phones. So that's confusing, but either way, some of them are on Spark, not Spark. Some of them are on Walmart delivery app, getting tons, and I mean tons and tons and tons of soda. Like the amount of that I've seen that have like 5 different flavors of 2 liters, and it's 12 of them each. Like I literally saw 5 dozen 2 liters on a single order one time. And I was like, bro, what the heck? How do you even fit that in a cart? That's crazy. I don't know. There are actually different groups of Amish that are only allowed to do certain things. Sorry, I can't read this. There's actually different groups of Amish that are only allowed to do certain things. So some are allowed to actually shop at like regular grocery stores. Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's different sects and different traditions amongst each individual. Well, I'm sure even amongst the families, but like the communities and stuff, have different guidelines or rules or whatever. I mean, it's just the same as like any other uh, religion or belief system, like Christianity. There's plenty of different flavors of Christianity. So I'm gonna have technology. Whoa, this dude's slowing down. Technology and some stick to the basics. Yeah, I actually talked to somebody who's Amish and I got a little bit more insight on it. Yeah, well, because they have that like thing where when they come of age, which I don't know, I guess 18. I don't know what that is for them, but um, they like go out and experience the world and then decide whether they're gonna like come back to the community or I don't think it's like technically getting disowned, but like from what I understand, they like I don't, is it like as harsh as getting kicked out, or is it just them just not choosing to come back? I don't really know, but yeah, they're like they go crazy for like I don't know if it's a whole year or what, but they go crazy, and I've seen and heard a lot of stories about like stuff that happens during that. Some of them are pretty funny, but Excuse me. Alright, overall, their beliefs is still the same, but it's all different what they're able to do in each group. Interesting. Yeah, lots of land out here. Lots of fields. My cousin actually went to high school back there. Harlan. Gonna be another beautiful day. These fields are all grass right now. I wonder if they're on a cycle. If they're letting the land get rejuvenated. Wait, am I dumb? Is that a crop? It looks just like tall grass to me, but maybe that's like, is that wheat? We usually grow corn and beans out here, so I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That looks too uniform to be just grass. Huh. Or maybe it is grass, but it's like, it might be feeding grass or something for the animals. I'm gonna sit here and pretend like I know what the heck I'm talking about when it comes to farming. But, yeah, I don't know. Alright, we're almost here to the first drop. Keep yawning. I got an energy drink for a reason and I still haven't cracked it open. Nothing else, at least I can enjoy the drive. It is really beautiful out today. Alright. Whoa, we got a little bit of a gravel situation going on. That's what I mean by like, usually driveways are kind of bumpy and generally uneven. And this one wasn't even that bad either, but when it comes to those Amish farms, they've got pristine gravel driveways. They run a tight ship or something. Like, all right, we are here at the first stop. This is gonna be the one in the back seat. Very good. Scan again, apparently. Very nice. Okay. Quick drop. Whoa. Door. Ooh, lots of heavy sugars here. Whoa. And then a curtain rod or something. I did not take a look at these items. Definitely a little heavy. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. All right, well, as we get out a little further into the country here, we'll have to keep an eye on whether the connection is decent. So I will preemptively apologize for any lapses in the live stream, because again, we are going. There we go. I think we are live again. I apologize for that. We just crossed over into Ohio. So, yeah, cell service has been pretty spotty. It's pretty much a dead zone over there. But I was hoping to get the Welcome to Ohio sign when we crossed on stream, but we did not. But we are back, and we are live. And we're coming up on, what is this, Hicksville? No, that's not right. It is Hicksville. I was correct. Okay. Oh. Whoa. Dude about pulled out right in front of me. What is this? Hold up. What are we looking at here? Are we looking at a taco truck, dude? Oh, dude. I'm about to freaking commit a crime. I am about to do a freaking heist. Hello. Please pull over. I know it's literally 8 in the morning. Tacos, dude. Dude, give me a margarita. I don't care. We're following this food truck. We're abandoning our post. We're not doing Walmart Spark anymore. We're not doing delivery. Don't care. We're getting tacos. They're from Texas? What the heck? What are they doing here in Indiana? That better be that. I think that means that's probably like really good tacos, right? Texas tacos? Is that a thing? Are Texas tacos good tacos? What is like good? Oh my gosh! Wow! Look at that. $4.32 for gas here. We just filled up for $3.59 just across the border. What is Ohio doing, bro? What the heck? Indiana is doing something right with gas, I guess. Why is Ohio crazy expensive? That's like almost 75 cents more per gallon. That is crazy. Well, anyway. Almost to the drop. Take another sip of this. Nice. All right, not this one, but the next one. Perfect. We are here. Let's see which one this is. Oh, this is the GMD. So this will be an easy, quick order drop. Let me just. Okay, I think we're chilling. All right, start. Oh no, it's actually not. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So this is the bigger grocery order. So we're gonna go ahead. Oh. Grab it from the back here. Well, I guess I was wrong about what I was saying, where the GMD is on the in between, so it's not a big deal. But it's also not going to be super far. Oh, look at this. They're speaking my language here. Strawbango. Actually, I still don't know if I've even had that flavor. Bro, I need to try that one. I might have. I don't remember, so I guess we'll try it again. Whoa. That was trippy. I thought that was in the bag. Alright, I guess this is going to be a couple of trips. Fair enough. I can probably do it in one trip if I really wanted to try. But we'll make it easier on ourselves. Two. There we go. Very good. Dowdy.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, have a good one. All right. That was a little weird. She was like waiting for me behind the door. I didn't even see her, and I rang the doorbell. Immediately came out. I was like, oh. All right. Let's see. Where are we? I think we're going this way. Last drop. 0.7 miles. All right. So, I mean, shoot, we're making pretty good time here. This is a quick drop. This is just one item. I mean, 8:22. I don't know if we're going to make it back in time for the 8:20 or 8:38 drop, but it'll be close. So we might cross our fingers. You know, we might get something here when we get back. Cool. Town's not too bad. At least it looks fairly inviting in the morning. Or maybe we're not on the ghetto side of town. Cross traffic does not stop. Okay, so let's see. All right, we're chilling. As you can see, we're in Ohio. Not ideal. I feel like I assume that the Ohio meme is just kind of like universal and everybody understands that Ohio is the worst. Like, it's like the Dark Souls meme. where it's like there's a location in the game and the map that like once you get there it's like welcome to hell or something, but then everybody started doing it being like welcome to Ohio. And I don't know, I just think it's hilarious. Ohio hate is deserved, and I don't know, I just think it's funny. I mean, honestly, Ohio's actually pretty great if I had to be super honest. So, you know, just don't catch me. You won't catch me saying this to my friends who live in Ohio or have family in Ohio or whatever. Looks like these guys already had a delivery. We're getting a little extra something here. Boom bop. But like, even when comparing Indiana to Ohio, I'm like, well, obviously, I'm Team Indiana because I live there. But Ohio is like, they've got better parks, they've got better cities in terms of population and some infrastructure and stuff like that. And, you know, I hate to admit all that, but Ohio is kind of goated. But it is still hilarious to to clown them on it. So where are we here? Okay, I need to go this way. Well, anyway, we have a 23-minute, 18-mile drive back. So not great. Oh, 17-mile drive back. I think we went the wrong way, but it made it better. So 17 miles, very cool. And we've got Spark. Obviously, they're not going to send us anything until we get much closer. We're literally out of state, so. But it says 8:47 arrival time. So we're definitely missing the round robins, but we might get lucky with like an express shopping or something, and hopefully we can get one before we need to head into the office and do some things. I think this is the first time that we'll head into the office on a Friday, outside of like a special event. And so, because I freaking messed up, so it's crazy. But it is nice to know that in case I do mess up like that in the future, that it's not like the end of the world, and I literally just like whatever. Like I can use Friday as a oopsie day, an oopsie daisy, perhaps. I apologize. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I felt bad because I feel like I stressed out my boss. I was like, hey, I messed up. She's like, oh, what'd you do? I told her and everything, but you know, I was able to figure it out myself for the most part. But I just needed to know that the building was not going to have the alarm on all day today, and that it was possible for me to do it. And here we are. We're gonna figure it out. It'll be fun. But ideally, yeah, we get one more order in, and I mean, hey, if we can get a $30 order, that'll put us at $90. Because and let me update that. Let me go ahead and punch that in. LOL. What is this? An infinite YouTube live. Check it out. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah, it's literally just a straight shot home, I think, as well. But current earnings on top of that is going to be 59.60. I need a dollar sign here. There we go.
that is very pixelated. I do apologize. We're kind of in the middle of a cornfield, literally. So I think it's here. I think we officially crossed the border, but the Indiana welcome sign isn't here for another couple of feet. We're coming up right on it. Oh, I went the wrong way. Anyways, hopefully it's not pixelated as hell. But there we are. Back in Indiana officially. And yeah, it's just, we're in the middle of a field. There, there's some trees, I guess, but. So, that's what happens. Not the greatest connection. Not really anything I can do about it, so, oh well. Alright, here we go. And now some comments finally loaded in, because it was struggling before. Let's see. Yeah, I just gotta take whatever I can at this point. Amen, brother. Or sister, I should say. I feel like you've made a lot more than this $30 I'm seeing on the bottom of the screen. Net spend. Oh, wait. There it goes. I didn't pin it. Replace pinned message. There we go. There we go. Now it's update for you. It would help if you pin that at current earnings. That way I can see where it's at. Yeah, sorry. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're back. Yes, we are so back, baby. All right. Well, if we can avoid any more orders going to Ohio, that would be better for the stream, I think. Man, nothing is loading, even though it says I have decent connection. Okay, maybe? Well, whatever. Either way, we're on our way back, and we're going to be there sooner rather than later. I think. Does that even make sense? What am I talking about? Let's make sure. 9:42. So at 9:42, I need to confirm that, I believe. Yes. An hour. That's fine. There we go. I think the connection is stable enough finally to. All right, so cool. Yes, they are sending us orders, and they are not good. So what's new? Oof. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. Well, we got one. 34 for 20 is 9 stops. And it's curbside. That's really tempting. But I think I learned my lesson from last time. This says it's going to be an hour and 5 minutes, but it took so much longer last time. So I don't think we can pull that off. 8:45. It's also not going exactly where we would like. That's a rough decline. 34.45 for 20. Like, we just did worse, but I don't think I can make that one happen. I'm surprised we actually got an order though. Makes me there's no drivers at the store yet. So that means we make good money. But I'm not seeing a follow-up order yet either, so maybe it's just that one order that nobody else wanted. Oh, there's another one. Oh, this one's a lot better. Wow. Woo. All right. See, this is the gamble we were talking about. We were just looking at this other $34 for 20-mile one. And now we just got this because we declined it. We were debating taking it, but we knew, well, I didn't know we could get better, but we sure did. And, well, that is the gamble of Walmart Spark and gig work in general, baby. Like, obviously, I've got to accept that before I start yapping too much and miss out on it. So this is fantastic. This is, 47 minutes. ASAP pickup, too. We don't have to wait. Woo! All right. We just got, I would call this a banger. It's over $2 a mile. And it's kind of zigzagging around in town there. So it's like not going to be a crazy commute back or anything. So that's really awesome. We just got a solid order. So sweet. What is this? 3608. We'll go ahead and put that in on there. All right, we got that in the chat. So what, this is going to put us at 80... Oh my gosh, this is going to put us at $95. This is going to be one of our best mornings in a while, guys. We're getting really lucky with being able to actually string orders back to back instead of waiting around. So, thank goodness. Yeah, this is going to end up being a really solid Friday. Because this will put us at 95, and the catering is going to be another 30. So guaranteed, we're already at 125, which is half of our goal. We've basically got that in the bag already. We still have to do it, but we're not wondering whether we're going to get it or not. And then, yeah, what? We'll have from noon to 6, probably. Let's call it noon to 6 to be able to get that. And then one of those hours is going to be for the catering. So we'll have 5 hours to get $125. About $25 an hour. It's doable. And if we need to work past 6, we can absolutely do that. But I'm just saying, ideally, we'll be done then, because that'd be that'd be a 12-hour day. Now, again, that's assuming 2 of those hours are at church. But I mean, maybe I can just knock it out even faster. If I can, I don't know. Filming setup and teardown usually takes a good hour in itself, maybe a little less than that. And then I got to edit everything. But I already have all the graphics and everything pretty much set up. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it'll take me a little bit, but it shouldn't take me 2 full hours. It should take me like an hour and a half max if I really lock in. So yeah, little W2 office detour today. We'll end the stream after this order, and then head in, knock that stuff out, and okay, what the heck is going on here? Nobody knows how to use a stop sign. Like, literally nobody knows how a stop sign works. It's baffling. But anyway, yeah, I mean, this order just turned a decent morning into like a really great morning. And like I said, it should start to average out our mileage, because right now we're at 64 miles and we're only at $59. So we're under $1 a mile, but this will bring us back up above that. Let's crank it here. There we go. Parking spot 2. It says it's already ready as well. Identity verification again. Man, we're getting hit with a lot of these today. We'll probably end up doing a pharmacy or something later too. That'll get another one. So 2 sets of mugshots, and we already had a cart check too. So apparently I'm very suspicious today, but yeah, it's fine. All right, let's take another look at this order. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops. 3 of them are GMDs. The 3 grocery orders aren't too big. Nothing crazy in terms of like super heavy or bulky items. Yeah, and the GMDs look, it's 1 item, and 2 items. So I mean, again, all around fantastic offer. $36.08. That is reversed. Let me show y'all again here. $36.08 for 14.3 miles. Says it's going to take 47 minutes. So, fantastic. Sure, we select our parking spot so they know where to come out. 2, 3. Yeah, that should be fine. All right. Is anyone else out there working other gig work? I know you're kind of doing DoorDash. Are you still waiting for another order? So I'm slingshotting ahead of you right now. But yeah, if you're doing DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Spark, catering apps, what else? Roadie, Amazon Flex. Yeah, let me know. If you're working in this morning, if you're working today. Actually, I know there's a couple other people doing some live streams today. I think Travel JB is going live, and I believe Grind for the Dollar is going live as well today. So I was actually thinking of maybe popping in their live streams on on this phone and kind of saying hi while we're working. Morning. Got 2521. Thanks. It'd be really cool to maybe go live with them, because you can do like, what is it called? I don't know, just like you're going live together, and I think that'd be really cool. I think they probably wouldn't
bother until I'm hitting better numbers. Because, who wants to go live with somebody who's getting, 4 concurrents on average, maybe if I'm lucky. Um, and that's fine. That's great. But like, I would have a lot of fun going live with them. And I don't know. I just think it's fun having a really lively chat and, having people come in. Like, again, that's kind of the whole thing that I want to do with this channel is like it be a gathering space for gig workers. They can come and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing today. This is how much I'm earning. This is a good order. This is a bad order. So like, I appreciate you sending in where you're at and doing everything. Like that's exactly what I'm looking for. It's just chill. We're hanging out. Um, and people who are newer can kind of come in the comments and be like, hey, I just started out. What are some tips and tricks? And we can chat about that, or people can comment about it. So, if this thing's getting obnoxious. I don't know. We're loading up. Looks like some weird bulky kind of stuff. Well, I wouldn't call it bulky, but whatever that is. I'm assuming both grocery orders could fit. One could fit there. We do the GMD in the back. That would be easy, but I don't know what the items are. It won't tell me. I guess one of these grocery orders are a little bigger. Oh, looks like a tackle box. This one? Nope. Plant food.
It was only a day it was only a day, okay? And it felt like I was there for like a week. That shit was terrible. Not really.
Eavesdropping.
I'm hearing it.
I have no idea what they're talking about, but I love the eavesdropping on whatever conversations they're having when they're loading up. It's like that meme, and they were roommates. Oh.
All right, you're all set. You have a good one.
Sweet, thank you. You too. All right. Well, I'm a little confused on to how these are organized. The GMD versus the whatever. Is this the same thing? Nope, that's just part of your grocery order. Awesome, thank you. Okay. There you go. That one. Got that one. We're missing 3 of them. Okay, a little confused here. Let me put y'all here, and we will see if we can find those items. Yeah, okay. Oh gosh. No, maybe not do that very well. We already got that one. Oh, that they are. Okay. They hid them under this giant thing. Okay, so we've got that one, and that one, and this one. Hello? Maybe? There it goes. Okay. That's hilarious. Okay. They literally hid the GMD orders from me. But that works out. It's a decent spot to put them. That way I know how to separate the orders. Okay, cool. So, first order. How far is this one? Okay, it's 7.4 miles, but we can go this way and save about a mile. It is a little bit slower. But I don't really care. I don't like going on the highway, usually. Although, there is risk of getting stopped by a train going this way. Oh, that's a stop sign. I forgot. Woo! We're chilling. Do I save a mile or do I save 5 minutes? We've got the time. I'm going to save the mile. Again, I mean, we're already hurting. We're struggling in the mileage department. So we're going to attempt to save as much as we can where we can. And saving a whole mile that's pretty solid. So, and we're 15 minutes out from the first stop. This is 6 drops. And yeah, it is 14 miles in total, but I guess theoretically 13 now that we saved one. I always wonder how Walmart calculates that, because there's definitely been times where it's like, you know, it says it's like a $35 order for 20 miles, but then I pull up the navigation, and yes, there's an option for 20 miles, but there's also another option for like 17 miles or whatever. You know, save 3 miles round trip, because it's like it's the shorter route, but what takes like a minute or two longer each way. And so I'm like, well, I don't know. The customer doesn't care if I'm 1 minute later. It's not like it's a catering order where people are there at a certain time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, yeah, sure, I'll save 6 miles round trip. And suddenly this order got a lot better. Ugh. But yeah, it's like, does Walmart Spark do the calculations based off, like, do they default to the fastest delivery? Because I know some apps are like the shortest every time, and I think that's probably how it should be. But maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it depends on if you're a food delivery app or a grocery app or what. But it's always a pleasant surprise when I can, shave off a few miles here and there just from routing a little bit differently. yeah, now we just need to cross our fingers and hope we don't get stopped by a train, because that would be devastating. Like, on one hand, we are crunched for time. I have an hour, but it's like not a huge deal because we're not actually filming till 10:30. But typically, I like to be there 30 minutes before filming, just to have plenty of time to set up and everything. But like, I can rush and set up in 10 minutes. It's not a big deal. So if this takes us a little bit longer, that's all right. All right, we are turning the air back on because the sun is starting to cook us a little bit. And we're going to remember this time to keep our phone plugged in. Ooh. Well, it looks like taking that $30 order going to Ohio kind of paid off. I mean, we definitely got lucky with this one. Question is, would we have gotten this one whether we went to Ohio or not? And likely not, because we either would have settled on something else and then gone away and come back and maybe not have been back in time to get this order, or the algorithm would have not, we wouldn't have been in the good graces of the algorithm because we haven't been taking one every hour type thing. Like, that's another factor, I think, that affects what you get sent. It's like they removed the acceptance rate metric, but like, they still know whether you're taking orders actively or not. And I think as long as if you're like taking orders at every round robin and not declining as much, then I think they are like, oh, this guy's gonna take, we'll take one, we'll send it to him, type thing. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll never know if I would have got this really good order whether I had taken the questionable Ohio one or not. But either way, it was good cash flow, and now this will position us at almost $100 already just for this morning, which is something that we normally used to hit, but haven't hit in a while, and so I'm glad to finally hit it again. But this will really set up our day, and we'll likely be able to close out our week pretty strong here. Woof. All right. Well, now my mind is drifting towards different things I need to be doing. I need to contact Geico and tell them about the car that we just bought. I don't know what the legalities are on that, how soon I need to officially transfer it on. I think the dealership guy said we have 10 days or so, and I think this is day 3 already, so that's crazy. But yeah, I think that's another thing I'll do. Oh no, guys, we're hitting a train. Oh no, dude, it's impossible to see with this car in the way. But it's down there. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of blurry with the zoom in here. But shoot. Oh, and it's going really slow. It might be stopping. This train track is notorious for trains stopping just right in the middle of the freaking train at crossing ahead. Time to clear 4+ minutes. Okay, well if it's just 4 minutes, that's fine, I guess. Whoa, excuse me. Wow. Oh, I bit my tongue there. Ouch. Anyway. Oh, I really, really hope it actually clears because it's slowing down a lot right now. Time to clear 4+ minutes, huh? We're stuck on a train, and there is 0 good alternative paths. Like it's crazy out of the way to get around this thing. You really would think they would have put like an overpass or a tunnel or something for such a major artery. Like it's literally Main Street, I think, for New Haven here. Once you get past the tracks and into town, like I'm pretty sure that's actually Main Street. The extra mile that we saved is clearly not worth. Dang, yeah, this is gonna slow us down. 4 minutes. That sign is like a little bit encouraging. It says 4+ minutes to pass, so I don't know what that means exactly, but it sounds like it's actually gonna pass and not just stop on the tracks. But yeah, look how slow it's going, man. But what was I saying before this freaking train came out of nowhere? Basically, yeah, we're gonna take care of a few things while like right after we finish stuff up in the office. I need to figure out that insurance thing, and what else? Oh, there's something else. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. I'll figure it out. But so we'll take a short break on the live then after this delivery, figure some things out, do the stuff at work, and then we'll hop right back on. Maybe eat some lunch real quick too, and then we'll hop back on and keep going until we hit our goal. So, 250, what we're going for. Just waiting on this train. I swear it's even slower now, dude. Well, I mean, yeah, it is. It's literally braking. But bro, if it stops,
Hmm. All right. Woof. Well, I don't know if anybody caught any of that because my live stream has been bugging out. But we just got stopped by a train and probably took a good 10-15 minute chunk. Spark Walmart app is yelling at me for not going. It's like, you better head to their drop off times coming up. Yeah, really. Just another thing that is out of my control. A freaking train. So like, I think we'll be fine. I don't know what's considered late to drop off or whatever. Is that even a metric, bro? I can't even remember. But whatever. Like, I can't control that train coming out of nowhere. I guess I could have navigated differently, but dang, man, you never know what's gonna happen here. So what? We're gonna drop the first one off at 9:20. The rest of them are all relatively close, so I think it should be too fine. But we are kind of zigzagging back and forth a little bit in these neighborhoods. So all right, well, I'm gonna try experimenting with a couple different shots here. Is that good? Is that weird? See how long my nose is. Is this more interesting? So is this a more engaging shot for live? Townhomes starting at $230,000. That sounds not maybe terrible, except then you're gonna have to like, I don't know, dude. I refuse to live in an area with an HOA. I would much rather have neighbors that keep like junk cars straight up in their yards uh, over some friggin' snitch hoes that are gonna be like, you left your trash can out overnight or whatever, so he go $80 fine. Your grass wasn't mowed exactly on time, so here's $100 fine. Or I'm gonna do it for you and charge you $1 billion. Or just like people getting up in your business and you have to pay for people to do that. You have a HOA fee just for people to yell at you and charge you more for dumb bullcrap that nobody gives a rip about, except for apparently everybody in the HOA, and that's why they move into an HOA. I could never. I could absolutely never. It's kind of an awkward spot. I need to park here.
definitely blocking the road because this dude is giant and he's also parking. Anyway, I'm gonna do the first one finally. End route. We are. Oops. Resume trip. Confirm arrival. This is the first small order. Just right here. I'll go around. Morning. Okay, well, that is weird. And the water. Oh, good. Let's go. We out here. Ding dong. And we on our way. All right, so 5 more drops. This one is half a mile away. Awesome. Door did not shut. There we go. The other thing I hate about these freaking additions, I've talked about this before, but I'm gonna talk about it again, is these curbs. Now these people, I assume they paid extra or something to like get it like this, where it's smooth and you don't have to go over a giant freaking bump just to get in your own driveway. But they're mostly like this, and it pisses me off. Whenever I'm doing delivery, I swear I scrape, scratch, destroy whatever the bottom of my car every freaking time I try to pull in. And so I don't. And so I park on the side. Some geese crossing here. See if I can get 50 points. Wow, they do not care. I absolutely could have hit them if I wanted to, but I didn't because I'm a good person. Geese are evil. They're actually demons. Anyway, but yeah, no. So I could not live in like a suburban. What do you call these hellscapes? You know, like HOAs. Not gonna happen. Curbs, literally the worst. Such small issues, but I hate them with a passion. I don't even care. I don't care who is it. Okay, I'm not buckled because I'm going like 0.4 miles, dude. Chill. I was watching a few of your shorts last night. I saw your short on gas. I only own a Yukon. I need a Honda Civic. Oof. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even honestly remember what I said in that short, but sometimes I feel like I can sound like I'm dunking on people for whatever, stuff like that. I don't mean to, but listen, I was in the same spot before. Like and again, I don't remember if I mentioned that in that short or not, but I used to drive when I started gig work. I used to drive a Infiniti. What is it? A Infiniti G35X, and that thing got like 14, 15 miles a gallon, and it went on premium gas. And let me tell you, that was not pleasant for the gas bill doing this kind of work. Okay, yeah, they're loading up stuff in here without a care in the world. And I open the door and it literally like falls out. So that's annoying. I know. So, but like, I mean, I was right. I mean, I was spot on actually about that. That I thought gas was going to go up before it went down, and it did. It went up to $5 a gallon, at least here. And now it's coming back down a little bit. It's going to be a while till it gets back to what it is, but overall, like, everyone's freaking the freak out. And over the month that it was, really high, I mean, realistically, what? People are paying $50, $100 more in gas for a month? Like, that's not the end of the world. And just something you have to kind of deal with and budget. Oh my gosh. I'm really trying not to scratch these. I don't know what they are. Actually, look at that. I gave him a ripped one. See, that's the kind of stuff that these things, they're going to either give me a bad rating or they're going to remove the tip because of something that I didn't do. I had no control over. And I mean, maybe they will, maybe they won't, but it gives me anxiety. And why do I have to deal with this? Nope. I believe this is also, yes, part of this order. Anyways, he said, I just mean in general, it was bad before and it's insane now. It's time to upgrade or downgrade, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Oh, there's another bag hiding in there. Bro, what? These people are not, they don't care. Dude, they're just throwing stuff in my car. No rhyme or reason. Okay, I think we're good. No, yeah, for real. But I mean, like, as soon as I had the choice, when I got rid of that my Infinity, I went with a hybrid, and it saved me thousands of dollars in gas over the time that I had it. And now we're on to our next car, which is also a hybrid. We just got a hybrid Pacifica. So I think the city mileage on the regular Pacifica is like 19 miles a gallon. It's not great. But on the hybrid, this door's not shutting. On the hybrid, it's like 30 miles a gallon in the city. And on top of that, it has a, what does it have? It has a all electric, like it's the plug-in hybrid. So you get 32 miles of range for free every day, if you charge it at home. So, like, for my wife, that's huge because she, will do like 1 or 2 commutes a day, and that'll pretty much cover that entirely. So the majority of her driving is going to be essentially free gas, or at least heavily, heavily discounted. Like, you still have to pay the electricity, but I guess even on top of that, with our situation with renting from my aunt, our setup is that we don't have to pay utilities. It's just a flat rate. So we're sitting pretty there. So when we plug in and get the extra thing, that's just, it's all gravy. Now, downside is when we bought the car, it actually didn't come with one. It didn't come with the plug itself. They said, yeah, when we got it at the dealership, they're like, when we got it, it came with 3 fobs, 3 remote fobs, remote start, nice or whatever. But it didn't come with a charger. So we need to buy our own cable, unfortunately, and I think that'll be about $75 or so if we can find a good deal on like Facebook Marketplace or eBay, which I did see some for sale for about that much online. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of silly. It's like iPhone these days. They'll sell you a phone, but they don't give you a charger anymore. So we bought a car without the charger. I get like 10 to 13 miles a gallon. Yup, that sucks. Is it at least like regular gas unleaded?
You don't have to go premium. Because I swear, like, back when I was driving that car, where I had premium, I, like, the difference was maybe 50 cents a gallon for premium, but these days it's like $1 extra a gallon for premium, and is not, it's not it, dude. Eco mode, I don't know technically what the difference is, like, because there's like Eco Boost that you can get like on regular engines, I think. But no, this is like an actual plug-in hybrid, so it's 100% electricity, and it's all like an all-electric motor for up to 32 miles on a charge, and then and on top of having an at-home charger, there are. Oh, wait a minute, what? That was the house. Apparently, I missed my turn. Well, I think I was technically supposed to go straight there. Well, we're gonna turn around. Dude, I'm telling you, I do this every stream. I miss at least one turn every stream, usually 2. So, whoops. Let's turn around here. But, yeah, no, like at grocery stores and random places around town, they'll have like, battery, like specific charging station parking spots that are like reserved for plug-in hybrids. And I'm like, that's another bonus to this car, is that parking might be a little bit easier, because I swear those parking spots are never taken, because there's 2 kinds of plugs. There's the Tesla plug. Did I pull in here? No, it's the next one. Sorry guys, I'm like not knowing where I'm going here. There we go. We have arrived. But yeah, anyway, so there's 2 different kinds, and obviously Tesla has their charging stations, but the dedicated ones that I've seen around town are like specifically for the other kind of plugins, which are kind that I have. So my Pacific is not all electric, no, just it's the hybrid that has a small electric motor with up to 32 miles on a full charge of that, and then it switches back to regular gas. Morning. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, having to fill up with premium on top of only getting 10 to 13 miles a gallon would suck. Because like I said, I've been there, I know. Oh man. I think we might be able to get this all in one fell swoop. Bread and the canola oil in a single bag. So it doesn't get squished. There we go. One trip. All right. I'll just leave it right here. Seems pretty good. I have not used Solo. Oh, that guy went. Yeah, no, I don't use any tracking apps. I don't use
any like Gridwise or whatever they all are that like supposedly help you choose the best times to work. I track my miles on my own, and I just kind of work when I work. For the most part, I feel like I know my market pretty well and know when the best times are to work. I've been doing it for 4.5 years, so I got a fairly good handle on it. But let's see where oh my gosh, this is having us go way out of the way. Oh, that's interesting. Look at this. It wants us to go all the way the frick around here, but I can literally just cut through here. So I'm going to do that. Save a good handful of miles. I wonder again, like if Walmart took that into account when they told me how many miles this order was going to be. Because I'm cutting off quite a few miles here and there now. Anyway, yeah, we're on our way to our next one. I was curious on the guarantee pay, but apparently they use credits you pay for. Interesting. Yeah, I was curious about that one as well, but I never took the time to figure it out or test it out myself. So interesting. Yeah, I'll have to watch some videos on that, educate myself, because I'm not opposed to using them. It's just like I feel like it's so much simpler just to track your own miles on with your odometer. Like, I don't know. And that to me is like pretty much the only perk, because I guess the guaranteed earning would be maybe a good perk, but for the most part, historically, I've out-earned the average driver in my market. But I guess I also don't know what the average driver in my market earns since I don't use the app. But so yeah, I guess I should look into it, especially now that things have slowed down. Looks fishy. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like how do they make money off of that? I guess by buying the credits. But I mean, again, in order for them to make a profit, like it has to be like tilted in their favor, or like the guaranteed earnings isn't that much of a difference. Like if you pay a certain amount to get guaranteed earnings, but then the difference, like let's say you made $19 an hour instead of the guaranteed $20 an hour. Like, okay, you worked for 8 hours, so they'll give you $8, but you paid $10 to get that. Like, obviously, there you go. That's not worth it. I don't know. I think the whole point of being an independent contractor is that you take that risk on yourself anyways. So trying to pay in order to mitigate that, it's not a crazy idea, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like that's just kind of part of the job, This is our catering, by the way. It's a $30 5-mile. It's kind of on the other side of town again, going down there. So, there and back, still 10 miles round trip. And then that'll put us right back at that Walmart over there. So I'm excited for that one later today. Should be a quick pickup and drop too. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. One of these days, I'm hoping to use the Pacifica for one of the live streams, just to kind of show it off. Maybe I'll just give y'all a tour of it when I get home or something like that on one of the streams. But I just think it'd be really nice to have the extra space for the groceries and potentially the caterings and whatever else. But it's a nice ride. It's got some of the options that we actually didn't even know when we bought it. Like, we knew it was leather seats and all that, but we just thought it was regular heated seats. Well, it's also got cooled seats and a heated steering wheel. Both of those weren't like on the listing, and so they're extra bonuses that we're like, all right, sweet. But I'm also kind of scared to drive it because I don't want to total that thing too. The idea behind it was, this will be a long-term family car for whenever we, have another kid and doing road trips, having extra space for visiting her parent, Kenna's parents, and all that stuff. So probably don't want to be driving it a lot for gig work and putting a ton of miles on it and just killing it out the gate. All right, we got the first GMD. There we are. Boop, bop, pow. Done scanning. Right here. Very good. All right, well, that doorbell was very aggressive. All right, 2 more to go. Oh, just the 2 GMDs. I already forgot that we already did the other 2 groceries. All right, let's see. Good to go. This was pretty close too. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no way. Well, maybe there is. It had originally quoted me 14.3 miles for this delivery. And I'm like, I think we're going to be well under that. So I think the 2 things with like saving the mile on, going and getting stopped by the train, and then that funky pathing that we just dealt with, like that saved us a good 3 or 4 miles probably. Now all of these are pretty close to each other. This one's less than a mile. The last one was a half a mile. Yeah, overall, I mean, this is a fantastic order. Very glad, very lucky to have gotten this one. I think we'll be pretty much on time to getting into the office as well. There we go, confirm my order. So we have 4 hours till we need to arrive for the catering. Let's see, he said, that's why I refused to get rid of the Yukon. It's too reliable, with too many features, but it's not a good moneymaker. Yeah. Well, and I mean, at that point, it's like, I don't know, because you can get some pretty far orders, but it could be potentially a good option for rideshare. I don't know if you're into that. I still haven't done it yet, but like doing, yeah, if it has good features, then you could get a good premium for doing people delivery instead of food delivery. That sounds like trafficking, but it's normal, I swear. All right, we got this one, and then one more. Go. Ding dong. I only use DoorDash. I'm trying to get approved for Spark, but my area is full. Yep. Yeah, I probably say this about 1,000,000 times a day at this point, but I'm on Instacart's wait list, and I have been for years, like 2.5 years at this point, I think. So, yeah, I know how the whole wait list thing can be not ideal. We probably could have gone, but I'm gonna wait for this guy. Wow, he was going really slow. I definitely could have gone. Okay. Good. All right, last drop is only 2 miles out. 5 minutes. Puts us at 9:49. This thing has been keeping us going. Straight up, the yawns are gone. Like, mentally, I feel the same as when I woke up. Like, I don't know, mental energy, whatever, attention-wise, span, whatever I'm trying to say, but you know what I'm saying. But, like, physically, the yawns, gone. Fantastic, I love it. I don't feel any different. Just less annoying things happening to my body involuntarily. Are you out working today? Or are you just kind of hanging out? I was saying earlier that there's a couple other people going live today that I noticed. Travel JB, he said he was going to do a long live today, so I was going to maybe poke in there. And then what else? I think Grind for the Dollar was going live again. He was live yesterday, and I don't know if he was doing a $500 day challenge or if he was just in his normal market doing, normal whatever. But, one of these days I'm thinking, hey, if we do a live collab, that'd be really cool. Dude did not stop. That is a 4-way stop, and he just did not. All right, coming up on our last drop. Pull into this edition here. And from here, we're going to beeline it to the W2, knock out a few things, and we'll be back at it. So don't you worry. Right. Garage is open, waiting for me. It is one item though, so I'm like, I don't know. Okay, they're sitting there. So we're gonna do our little trick here again, where I'm gonna do a stinky pocket cam. So they feel like, getting all up in their business with a giant stabilizing rig. Morning. Awesome. Yeah. There you are.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Have a good one. All right. And now we take one more mug shot. See it here. There we go. Very good, very good, very good. Now we can get out of here. All right, yeah. So, I mean, I hate to cut off a live stream when we're getting in a groove here. Whoa. But I do unfortunately need to get going. So I'll keep it going until we get to the office. But Spark is officially turned off. And yeah, I'll update the earnings here. That's 3806, which is 3806 plus what are we at? 5961. Puts us at 9767. So just shy of $100, guys. Fantastic. Honestly, one of the best mornings we've had in a while. We're coming up on 10 o'clock, so that is about 4 hours. Again, pretty close to $25 an hour. I mean, yeah. I mean, again, I'm super happy. I'm super happy with where we're at. But compared to, 2 months ago, I used to be hitting, $90, $100 within 3 hours. And now we're, lucky to do that in 4. So, can't complain too much. I shouldn't complain too much. I will. I can and I will. But yeah, here, let's update this pinned comment. Current earnings. It's 97.67. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Oink. And again, obviously, we're about to end the live stream here, but we will restart in about, well, let's call it around 12, maybe 12:30, depending on if I go grab something to eat. And this will be our starting, our starting number. So 97.67, and then with the catering, I mean, it's basically already 100 and what is that? Yeah, 100. So it will be at 127.67, and that means we'll only need to make just about $125 for the rest of our day. Let me know if there's anything y'all want to see in that upcoming stream. Like, again, typically I don't turn on DoorDash. Well, I do. I turn it on, but I just look at all the awful orders coming in. So I can do that if y'all want to see that. I could turn on Grubhub, Uber Eats, whatever else y'all want to see. But for the most part, I'm probably going to be sticking to Spark, because they've been treating me good today, and hopefully we can continue that for the rest of the day. It is Friday, so people grabbing stuff for the weekend. And also, typically, orders start coming in a little better in the afternoon as well. So we're kind of theoretically going to be skipping the slow hours of the late morning and putting that time towards W2 stuff, and then coming back out. We good? There we go. Apologize for that. I'm trying to end out the stream here, and it just freaking deletes itself because of connection. Yeah, a bunch of rough spots. It's crazy. It literally says 4 bars of 5G ultra wide, but it's just like, no, I don't want to connect. Yeah, we're back. We are so back.
for you guys. Well, hey, I just lied apparently about the whole no more yawning. I guess I need to drink more of this. Very nice. But yeah, again, solid start to our day. First leg of our shift complete. We're on our way to the office. What else? Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. But I guess we'll end it there for now. Again, I'll be back. We'll continue the live stream maybe around 12:30. So I'd say stay tuned, but I'm literally turning it off. So like, don't stay tuned, but come around later, and we'll finish out this day. I'm pretty confident that we'll hit the $250 today. But that's pretty much it. So I mean, I don't think there's any reason to drag out the stream. We'll just end it here, and I will catch y'all later. Let's get onto this road without getting hit, and we'll be good. All right, cool. So yeah, all right, I'll catch y'all at around 12:30, whatever that time is for you. This is Eastern time, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So peace out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for commenting, and we'll be back.